The first arrow hit when my wife left me. She said I was married to my job. She wasn't wrong. I was never present with her. I was always worried. I placed too much emphasis on work. I was an executive. I'd worked hard to get here. The second arrow hit when they fired me. Just mounted a layoff in the wave of big tech layoffs. Freedom. I had freedom like in the Janis Joplin song. Nothing left to lose. Except I was lost. I needed to escape, to find myself again. Filled with self-pity and self-loathing, I hopped on a plane to Japan. But even in the airport, I was stuck. I didn't know how to move forward. I couldn't go backwards, terrified about what lay ahead. Somehow I made it to the countryside. It was quiet here. It forced me to confront the noise in my own head. I was angry. I wanted to lash out, to find someone to blame. I thought of the Ronin, masterless samurai, adrift in a world that no longer needed them. Like me, bitter, alone, without a purpose. Somehow I stumbled upon the Buddhist parable of the two arrows. The first arrow represents the unavoidable pain and suffering that life inflicts upon us all. The second, however, is the suffering we inflict upon ourselves through our own resistance and resentment. I realized that the first arrow was my two misfortunes, and the second was my own bitterness and anger. The second arrow, the suffering we create by resisting it, that is our choice. I started to let go of the anger, the resentment, the what-ifs. I began to appreciate the beauty around me, the simple act of breathing. I used to think I was unstoppable, confident, my assertiveness was a strength. But now I just needed acceptance, the ability to endure, to rise again after falling down. I found peace in the present moment, in the quiet beauty of the garden, the gentle rustling of leaves, the soft murmur of the water. It took several weeks of wandering and wondering what I should do next. I asked myself, what would the Ronin do? What would I become? How would I become a samurai again? I returned not as the same man. I'd faced my demons, found my inner strength. I was ready to face the world. I didn't need to know what was going to happen next. I just had to be there when it happened.